Hey guys, it's Angelo, and in today's video, we're focusing on the max level only zone of Suramar. The reason that Suramar will be so important to you and all of us in Legion is that it serves as the core of the level 110 open world gameplay, but we'll get into that more in a bit. There's seemingly endless amounts of things to do in Suramar, and with this guide, I hope you'll be able to prepare for it properly. I will keep the footage as spoiler-less as possible, in order for those of you who want to experience Suramar in its entirety upon launch not to get spoiled beforehand, but there will be a few minor spoilers in form of quests and the Suramar quest hub, so please be aware of that, my friends. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. Suramar is a great elven city located at the center of the Broken Isles. Formerly the home to many well-known night elves, including Illidan and Malfurion Stormrage, Tyrande Whisperwind, and Mayav Shadowsong, Suramar used to be the little sister per se of the even bigger elven city of Zin Ashari, which was the elven capital at the time. We enter Suramar during a difficult time. Grand Magistrix Elisand has teamed up with Gul'dan and the Legion, and controls the flow of the Arkwine, a source of desperately needed mana to the Suramar citizens, completely. Some elves don't agree with this and start a rebellion, or an insurgency, which is where we come in exactly. We support First Arcanist Thalasra and her followers in a great quest to retake the city, release the Arkwine into the flow of trade again, and save Suramar citizens from dying. Now on a side note, by the way, to ease your traveling through Suramar, Blizzard has set up a teleporting system, which you'll get introduced to very early on in Suramar's storyline. Eventually, you'll have all portals unlocked, and it's important that you inform yourself where which portal leads, as this system of travel saves you loads of time. Suramar is a pretty big zone, so be sure to use these portals when there's need be. Now, when we're talking about Suramar's PvE relevance, just view it this way. Suramar serves as our major artifact power resource, okay, and most quests in Suramar give you artifact power. This is especially important before the raids and Mythic Plus dungeons that will open up, I think, about 3 weeks after Legion's launch, because Suramar helps you prepare for them accordingly through this artifact power. Suramar is set up like a typical leveling zone at first, and over the course of you grinding through the quest chapters, you will gain access to more and more questlands and story, and more artifact power. You unlock your daily quest hubs in Suramar through the use of Ancient Mana. This resource is found throughout Suramar in the form of crystals on the ground, or mob loot. This resource is then used to feed the Nightborn's mana addiction, or your NPCs that give you the quests, therefore enabling them to actually give you the quests. Now, words of advice from me: be sure to gather as much ancient mana as you possibly can, as you will have to refeed your quest givers every day with ancient mana. On another side note, while within the actual city of Suramar, you will have to use an illusion to make yourself look like a Nightborn elf. This illusion will be unlocked via a quest, and keep in mind that the citizens of Suramar will view you as a stranger if not under the influence of this illusion. If unused, guards and the Legion will be hostile towards you at any time, but keep in mind that when you are using this illusion, there are NPCs in the city that can reveal you if you don't pay close attention, causing a lot of unnecessary trouble for you. You will be required to reach certain reputation levels in order to progress further into Suramar at different points of your quest chain, so be prepared to reach those via all of those dailies and weeklies you have to do. Now, this is also important for you to unlock the Archway and the Court of Stars, the 2 mythic-only dungeons found in the zone. You'll want to try getting as much reputation and storyline completed before the raids and the Mythic Plus dungeons open as possible, as, again, all of this rewards you with tons of artifact power. What I'd recommend for you to do is to do these dailies every day without an exception. It's no secret that Legion will be a bit of a grind, and yes, Suramar will also require you to do some grinding, but in the long run, it's well worth it, as you unlock so much and can progress your character thoroughly through simply staying on top of things in Suramar. Suramar also has a Nightfallen scenario prepared for you, which gets kind of important later on. Once you've quested yourself to a certain point in Suramar and have the reputation to carry on, you will gain access to a treasure scenario. This treasure scenario will open up for you every few days. I wasn't really able to identify a solid pattern here, and I couldn't really research one as there really isn't one, I believe, but you guys may have more luck there once you've been playing it yourself. This treasure scenario needs to be prepared by you in order to be successful, so be sure to talent some stuns and crowd control effects accordingly. You'll be able to gain even more artifact power, gold, profession mats, and other things through this scenario. Essentially though, you have to reach a score in this scenario by killing the enemies and progressing through the instance, and the higher your score, the better your base reward at the end. I don't want to spoil too much here for you, but this scenario is actually a lot of fun if done correctly, and helps a lot when done frequently. What's also important to keep in mind to profit from Suramar the most is that you should upgrade your artifact knowledge in your class order hall whenever possible for you. Artifact knowledge sets the amount of artifact power a player can gain through any source, and this amount can be increased in your class order hall. Because Suramar rewards you with so much artifact power, gaining more artifact power from every source is incredibly beneficial, and all you need to do so is farm order hall resources. This also means you should always try doing the world quests in Suramar, as many of them give you order hall resources for you to then use to upgrade your artifact knowledge, for example. Now, to summarize all of the information we have just learned, Suramar is not overly complex, and the concept should be relatively easy to grasp for anyone. The amount of quests and grinding in Suramar will take up a lot of your overall playtime in Legion, at least in the beginning, simply because there are so many quests and so many things to grind, and it will take time for you to progress through all of this. I sincerely hope Blizzard will add more content to Suramar in the future, in order for the storyline to continue and for us to have more exciting and very involving new quests. Thanks a lot for watching, my friends. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and let me know what you think of Suramar in the comments below. If you want to remain updated on the content of this channel in the future, by all means feel free to subscribe. Now, as always, have a good one, and I will see you all in the next one.